So the Sixers get their first dub of the preseason, but there was one thing that stood out, and I know y'all saw it too, and that is Joel Embiid with this spacing is gonna be trouble.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird Gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got to talk about this 125 to 113 dub. But like I said, the floor spacing was terrific. Before we get into the details, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when we drop these videos. But let's get into it in Sixers fashion.
Clap your hands, everybody.
Gotta love that song. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 125, 113. The Sixers take care of business. But there was a lot of things that I liked in this game. Just the floor spacing, the bench coming alive. And I know the bench really got to do the bulk of the lifting in a preseason game. You're not going to work your starters in too much. But there was one thing that a lot of people said that we would miss from Ben Simmons, and that is the rate that he assists three-pointers. He gets so many three-point shots wide open. False. Joel Embiid gets so many three-point shots wide open because of the double team. And yes, 18 threes, almost 50% last night. We're not always going to shoot that hot, but guys are open because of Joel Embiid. And we assisted the ball perfectly fine. 28 assists. We'll talk all about that. There's not too much that I'm going to say negative about this video, except for the fact that Maxey didn't start. I was kind of caught off guard because I didn't get home in enough time to start the game, but I'm watching the game and I see halftime, blah-de-blah happens, and then the starters come in to start the second half, and I'm like, where's Maxey? What? Shake Milton started? And I was thinking about this all last night. It's not the end of the world. First off, Doc Rivers said he's going to try different scenarios so he can see who should start, even though Maxey is the better player when it comes to Shake versus Maxey. But you also got to consider this. Maxey is a more gifted scorer when you're talking about the mid-range, the floater, getting to the lane, finishing at the rim, than Shake Milton. So the starting lineup, who's going to do the bulk of the scoring? Embiid, Harris, some threes from Curry and Green. So you might want Maxey to come off the bench to be that guy who has the ball in his hand and is the go-to option on the second unit. Shake's deficiencies can get covered up a little bit when you got Joel Embiid and the crew on the floor. So maybe that's not that bad. I know we always want to have the best player starting, but there's a real thing about the sixth man of the year, the fact that you need that bench scorer, that spark in the second unit. You do need to have that. And Shake could be that too. Even though he started the season last year great and tailed off heavily at the end, we got a different bench rotation, and I'm going to see how things play out. Maxey is the better player. No if, and, or buts about that. So that was my one thing. Let's look at the box score when you look at what the Sixers did. Harris played 24 minutes, 14 points. Danny Green, 13 minutes, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. That corner three is deadly. Green light, green light. Joel Embiid played 20 minutes, 10 points. Curry, 22 with 15 points. And Shake Milton, 25 minutes with 5 points. Now, you look at the bench. And shout out to George Niang. First, home game for the Sixers. And by the way, I do got to say that Kate Scott called a pretty good game. I liked it. It's hard knowing that Mark Zumoff is not there. Mr. Zoom, I'm going to miss you, bro. I'm going to miss you. Turning garbage into gold. Turning trash into gold. It's great. It was great times. But anyways, Paul Reed had 7 points. Like I said, George Niang, 6 of 11, 4 3-pointers. He's going to come clutch this season with scoring threes off the bench. 16 points, 10 points for Andre Drummond in 20 minutes, 5 of 6, so he's very efficient. And Tyrese Maxey, 21 minutes, 6 of 9, 14 points, shot 1 3-pointer. It was a step back, and it was beautiful. I just love the growth of Tyrese Maxey, and he's going to fit in perfect with the Sixers. Like I said, The team did very good when it comes to assisting the ball without Ben Simmons. 28 assists. We did have 21 turnovers. Got to clean that up when it comes to the regular season. But we shot the ball 54%, 48% from the three, 18 of 37. Three ball is ripping. And like I said, there were times on the court where the spacing was just terrific. You got Joel Embiid in the paint, and you got four guys around the rim. Four guys around the rim. That is beautiful. I mean, around the rim. Four guys around the three-point line, the perimeter. Joel Embiid is going to have an opportunity to even have a better season than last year. I know that's hard to believe, but he was the runner-up MVP last year, and as long as he plays a sufficient amount of games, I'm telling you, you might as well get this ready.
Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers.
You might as well get the MVP trophy ready for Joel Embiid. There was a lot of great things in here, and I didn't forget. You're like, yo, Mike, you forgot. Isaiah Joe, as my guy Murder Music will call him, Yo, Joe. 22 minutes, 5 of 7, 15 points, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. And it's good to know it's nothing that's going to stand out, but he got one more minute than Furkan Korkmaz. One more minute than Furkan Korkmaz. You need to see that translate. You need to see that translate into him playing more time. Now, I don't have too much time. I hear my wife downstairs calling me. I'm going to have to get off this very soon, but it's a preseason game. I'm not going to go into all the specifics because it's just a preseason game, but I love the floor spacing. I think Joel Embiid is going to be great this year, and I'm really interested to see how the Shake Milton, Tyrese Maxey thing works itself out. The shooters are going to shoot. Tobias Harris is going to have a lot more room to work without 2-5 Ben Simmons on the floor. This team, although I want to get something for Ben Simmons like we talked about yesterday, Karis LeVert, Malcolm Brogdon, we want to get something. But I think this team is going to be able to show some heart, determination without Ben Simmons. And when we do get anything or something for Ben Simmons, I think it's just going to incorporate. It's so easy to play with Joel Embiid. He makes Curry, Milton, Green, Harris, Maxey. Everybody who plays with Embiid gets better because they get open looks. One more time for you, everybody in the building. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this game. Are we going to be more like the first preseason game, the second preseason game? It's just the preseason, but the floor looks open. Nang is going to shoot some threes off the bench. I love it. So let me know all your thoughts because y'all know your Sixers basketball. And let's finish with the song.
Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers.
Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.